Good evening, everybody. So, after today's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate full showcase of Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury and King of Fighters series from SNK, I thought, you know what, this Smash Bros. DLC lineup has been great. You know, for the most part, you know, whether you know characters, whether you don't know them, whether you love them, whether you don't love them, I think overall it's been great. But what we have are a lot of male video game character representations in this DLC. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick some female characters who I think would be great in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate series. Now, these are all third-party characters again, because this seems to be the way this DLC is going. And I'm sure the next DLC would have more Nintendo characters, whether it's male, female, and I'll do a list on those as well. But for this one, I'm just going to focus on third-party characters, all female characters. Some might be obvious, some might be not, but I thought, you know what, let's just do it. So, without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. So, if you know me, I'm a big Sega fan, and I think one Sega franchise that should be represented is Jessa Radio.
Jessa Radio!
And from Jessa Radio, the character I would choose is Gum. Now, the thing I love about Jessa Radio is how hip, how trendy, how modern, and how futuristic it is and was. And obviously, you know, we would all love a new Jessa Radio game, but Gum was one of the main characters. You had Beat, who was probably the main character, but Gum as well was also on the front page and also one of the main characters. And as a female character, she's cool, she's stylish. I love the way she dances. I love the way she spray paints and just moves about the city. And she looked really cool. And not your typical female type of character that you would normally see in video games. You know, she's pretty unique. Got a lot of gear on, you know, over the head and stuff. You could barely see her hair. And I kind of like that, you know. This is what I love about Jessa Radio. It's very stylish. But Gum, as a character in Super Smash Bros., would be pretty unique. The fact that you'd be able to skate around, maybe special moves, you know, you could do breakdancing moves, you could be able to do spray moves. Final Smash could be the whole Jessa Radio crew just spray painted someone. I don't know, but I just think Gum would be a great character. So yeah, Gum from Jessa Radio for sure.
It's on.
The next character I would choose would be Jaina Proudmoore.
Is he the bomb this time?
Yes.
Now, Jaina Proudmoore is a very big and important character from the Warcraft series. She was first seen in Warcraft 3, game which I loved, but became a lot more prominent in the World of Warcraft. And I think Blizzard definitely should have some representation in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And if I was going to choose a character, you know, a female character to represent Blizzard, I wouldn't personally choose Tracer from the most recent Overwatch, even though a lot more people will probably know this character. But Jaina Proudmoore would represent, in a sense, Warcraft overall. Not just Warcraft, but the World of Warcraft and just the Warcraft universe overall. She would be a sorceress, magician type of character. Probably wouldn't be too dissimilar from, say, Palutena in terms of magic. Maybe some Fire Emblem characters in terms of magic. But I think, you know, she's great. She's a very powerful character, very stern, but very loving as well. She's got a great character design. I think she'll be able to do some really unique spells, especially if you pulled in many of the spells that she does from the Warcraft series. So yeah, Jaina Proudmoore, as a Blizzard representative, I think would be great. And then obviously in the background for the stages, you know, you can pick any, you know, part of the World of Warcraft, and a lot of it would be recognizable. And in the background, you could obviously throw in orcs, elves, and just all the usual Warcraft characters that you see, just to represent Warcraft and Blizzard as a whole and their contribution to gaming.
We've come to this crossroad again and again, Jaina. It always falls apart. What's different this time?
We are.
The next character I would choose is another Sega character. I told you I'm a Sega fan. And this character would be Blaze Fielding from the Streets of Rage series. Now, Blaze is one of those first original female characters that I remember from way back in the day, we're getting Streets of Rage 4. Her new character model is Streets of Rage 4 looks absolutely great. But Blaze as well, she's a strong, powerful character. She looks great, got a great design, very unique. A lot of gamers should know Blaze, or should know and have heard of the Streets of Rage series. And as a female representative for that series, and just as another Sega representative, I think Blaze would be great. She has some great fighting moves that you can see in all of the Streets of Rage games, and I can't wait to play it in Streets of Rage 4. Even though I've had some gripes on this channel about Streets of Rage 4, it's not about the actual game itself, but I'm not going to go into that rant again. But Blaze as a character, I think, great female character, great female video game character, and once again, another Sega representative that I feel like we need in this game. My next character would be Jill Valentine from the Resident Evil series.
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Now, of course, we already got some Capcom representation in this series from the likes of Street Fighter, and of course, I would love to have Chun-Li in here, but I feel like that the fact that we have 2 Street Fighter representatives already means that as Chun-Li would probably be towards the top of the list, if not at the top of the list of female representatives that I would want in this game. But like I said, we've already got too many Street Fighter characters in there, perhaps. So I'll push Chun-Li to the side and instead choose Jill Valentine, who is very, very big for the Resident Evil series, and as we know, the Resident Evil series as itself is a huge video game franchise and very important to the video game industry for all that is done and all that is started. And Jill Valentine is another great character. She's not super confident in the earlier games, but that builds up as the character goes along. And Jill Valentine, once again, she's got a great character design. She's been in other beat-em-ups before, like Marvel vs. Capcom series, where she's been a great character, so she's not unfamiliar with the fighting game territory. So yeah, Jill Valentine I would definitely put into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Talking to yourself? You alright? What's gotten into you?
I'm getting you worried, aren't I? But don't, I'm alright. I guess this creepy mansion has gotten to my nerves. Anyway, I think I'll go outside, get some fresh air for a change.
And finally, this would be my number 1 choice. The best female video game representative character that needs to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, in my opinion, would be Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider series.
What's a man gotta do to get that kind of attention from you?
It's hard to say exactly, but you seem to be doing fine.
Well, great. Though truth is, it ain't me that wants you.
Oh?
Now, both Lara Croft and the Tomb Raider series is probably about as iconic as you can get within video games outside of the likes of Mario and Pokemon. Lara Croft was a pop phenomenon. She's a cultural phenomenon, especially going back to the 90s. She appeared in magazines, movies. Lara Croft is one of the biggest video game characters ever. And in terms of her character, I just feel that she needs to be represented in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as the female video game character from a third party. Lara Croft from the original Tomb Raider I just absolutely loved. Sure, the games go up and down, but still, her impact on gaming is almost second to none. And she would make, for I feel, a great character. So yeah, those are some of my choices. There are plenty of other female characters in gaming that I'd love to include, but just for myself, I think these would be great to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They're all great characters, for the most part, all well known. I feel like if they weren't included, many people would be happy to have these characters in the game. But if any one of these characters got chosen now as a final Smash Bros. Character DLC after Terry Bogard, I would be super happy for any of them to get in. But yeah, those are my choices. Let me know your own. What female characters would you love to see in a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate series? Please stick to third-party characters for now, and we'll do another video later on about what Nintendo characters that we would also love to see from Nintendo first parties to second parties. And if any female characters are included in there that I would like to see, I'll chuck those into the video. But yeah, once again, thanks for listening. Leave your comments below. I'll reply to every single one of you. Take care all, and peace.